Director STPI next, our guest of honor, Mr. Prateek Sir, Honorable Director, Professional Dr. Ravi Kumar Jain Sir, Dean School of Computer Science and Engineering, Professor Dr. Shamik Tiwari Sir, Dr. Sapna Arora Ma'am, and other esteemed faculties to kindly come forward for ceremonial lighting of the lamp. Everyone, please give them a big round of applause. That was truly beautiful and auspicious beginning of today's celebration. As we celebrate the beginning of this new academic journey, let us also celebrate the richness of our culture. Technology empowers innovation while culture keeps us connected to our roots, and together they shape well-rounded individuals. It is now time to witness a graceful classical dance performance. Please give a huge round of applause to our talented performers.
What a mesmerizing performance. Let's appreciate our performers once again with a big round of applause.
Every institution is guided by a vision, and every vision is strengthened by an inspiring leadership. It is now our privilege to invite our respected Dean, School of Computer Science and Engineering, Professor Dr. Shamik Tiwari Sir, to address the gathering. So I may kindly request you to grace the gathering.
हाय गुड मॉर्निंग ऑल गुड मॉर्निंग क्या हुआ भाई लाउडर गुड मॉर्निंग सो you are welcomed by a song something word was there Perdesia so wrong fitted that my personal belief that no one is Perdesia here So all of you are Desia here, no one is Pardesia, you are the part of ILM family. So on behalf of entire School of Computer Science and Engineering, behalf of entire ILM University, I would like to welcome here. This is not only the day one at this university, it is the day one of the new journey, new path you are going to start from this day. I wish you all the best for the new journey which you are going to start here. I would like to welcome Director Sir, Dr. Ravi Jain, our cluster heads, my colleagues, my faculty members, dear parents, and my friends. I would like to welcome all of you on this program, on this occasion, which is a 3-day program termed as DISA here. First, I would like to explain why we have preferred this term DISA. Instead of so many universities are following the UGC nomenclature, which is Diksharam. We thought that DISA, at this stage of life, at this stage of your journey, the DISA is most important than a Diksha, because you need guides, you need mentors, you need friends, you need professors who can give you the right DISA instead of giving you knowledge, instead of teaching you. The DISA is more important, direction is more important for you. So this is the new journey, so we are here to direct you. Not only teachers, professors are available to guide, to mentor you, you have wonderful, you have lovely seniors with you who are supporting you from day one. You can see around you, every senior is here. Most of the seniors are here, those who are making your journey smoother at ground zero. So big round of applause for all lovely seniors. Okay, so most of you have preferred this program. There might be different reason to choose this particular program. Possibly you are thinking for highest package in the industry. You love technology, you love programming. Your parents are pushing it to do it. You have a peer pressure that I have to do the engineering. Whatever the reason, but this program is going to reshape your future. And not only future of yourself, but the future of entire country, entire society, and this world. Why? Because when you choose this program, which is BTech, Computer Science and Engineering, you are going to have threefold responsibilities. And those responsibilities include a responsibility as an engineer, responsibility as a scientist, and responsibility as a technocrat. As a scientist or computer scientist, your job will be to design the new theories, new algorithms. Your job will be to apply those theories, those theorems to a solution for to solve the problem of the society as an engineer. And as a technocrat, you need to convert those solutions in a product. So in comparison to other programs, whatever the programs you have in this country, this is the most responsible program because you have these threefold responsibilities. And in the era of AI, where AI is turbulating, like a few days back you heard about the Air India plane was turbulating in the air. Similarly, AI is turbulating the computer science. Everybody is talking about the future of computer science. But my belief is computer science is the mother of the AI. And no one can beat this program or this knowledge which is under the domain of computer science. Why no one can beat any machine or any artificial intelligence can beat it? Machine can do faster computation than you. Machine can do better search than you. Machine can create faster than you, can write faster than you, can read faster than you. But the few things which machine cannot do, and we have an advantage there, machine do not have a courage. Machine do not have creativity. Machine cannot be judgmental. Machine cannot think. Machine cannot do the networking. Machine cannot talk and understand like we are doing. So whatever the future of AI will be, no one will able to beat you, and wherever you cannot beat the machine, do not try that. Because every technology in the history of human being, whenever it came in the existence, it came through a cycle, it came through a journey, and for every technology, there are 4 stages, where the first one is disruption. So AI is a technology, it is disrupting each and everything. So AI is going with the disrupting phase. Second phase of any technology in the world is adoption. Technology is there, starting disrupting each and every domain. People will start adopting it. After adoption, the technology will reach to the phase standardization or normalization. The things will normalize slowly. And the last stage of any maturity of any technology is sustenance. It will become the infrastructure and it will remain forever as infra. If you see the history of any technology, starting from the wheels, starting from the beginning of the computing era, beginning of the internet, so each and every technology has gone through these stages. So AI is in the phase of disruption, adoption. Soon it will be standardized across the domains, and later it will become the infrastructure. And once it will become the infrastructure, it will create the new opportunities. And those opportunities are for you in the future. So don't worry, don't feel the turbulence with AI. Nobody is going to take your jobs, nobody is going to replace your job, but you have to be with AI as infrastructure, wherever you work, wherever you study. Another thing I would like to share that yesterday I was listening Narendra Modi ji, our Honorable Prime Minister. He was addressing a convocation at IIT Delhi. This was a long address and 2 lines touched me a lot. You know those 2 lines, if you see it is okay, but those 2 lines which touched a lot. जिंदगी के एग्जाम का कोई सिलेबस नहीं होता. हर एग्जाम का एक सिलेबस होता है, पैटर्न होता है. If you study hard, you can crack the exam, you can crack the JEE, you can crack the NEET, you can crack any exam, because there is a set pattern, set syllabus. But for life, to get a success in life, there is no set syllabus. Even sometimes, question is out of syllabus. You are appearing for the computer science examination and question is from the psychology domain or from the management domain. So this is a great mantra given by him, and I would like to share with all of you. जिंदगी के सफर में कुछ भी set नहीं होता. And this is why 3 mantras I would like to share with you. I used to share with my all students, senior students are aware with those 3 mantras. To get the success in your life, to crack the exam of your life, you focus on 3 A's. The first A is attitude, the second A is adaptability, and third A is agility. You should have a right attitude for learning, right attitude for networking, right attitude for adopting technology. Anything you should have an attitude. Without attitude, you cannot crack the exam of your life. The second is adaptability. Be adaptable wherever you go, wherever you do your study, wherever do your job. Be adaptable with the environment. Be adaptable with the fast-growing technology. And third, agility. Be agile in your life. Whatever you adopt, whatever you learn, whatever you do it quickly. So 3 mantras will give you a success and you will be able to crack the exam of your life. So with these words, I am ending, and 2 words I would like to share with you. Chirevati, Chirevati. These 2 words are from the Sanskrit. Chirevati means keep learning, keep growing, keep progressing. So thank you all. Wish you all the best. Stay here for 4 years and enjoy the campus and enjoy the study. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and warm welcome. Your vision, encouragement, and guidance have truly set the tone for the exciting academic journey that awaits our students. We are confident that under your leadership, they'll be inspired to learn, innovate, and excel.
Leadership is about inspiring change, fostering innovation, and empowering others to achieve their fullest potential. It is now our privilege to invite Professor Dr. Ravi Jain Kumar Sir, the Honorable Director, School of Management, ILM University, Gurugram, to share his words of wisdom. He's a startup evangelist and an accomplished academic leader. He holds a doctorate in business management, a master's business administration, and a postgraduate diploma in ICT management. Now, sir, please grace the stage with your wisdom.
Nice words. Respected guest for the day, Dean School of Computer Science, CEO of our Innovation Lab, cluster heads, faculty members, senior students, and students who are starting their journey today, who are here for their Diksharambha. Many times we are asked कि सर ये inaugural function ये सब की क्या ज़रूरत है? Straight away we can start classes, give us our syllabus, give us handouts, and we'll start the journey. दीक्षारंभ का अर्थ है कि you are starting your journey of exploration. Diksha. Any focused activity is referred to as Diksha. जब उसका आरंभ करते हैं तो बड़े बुजुर्ग, आपके चाहने वाले, परिवार वाले और गुरु अपना अपना तरीके से गुरु मंत्र देते हैं. They give you their life's learning, maybe a message for you कि during your diksha, during the pursuit of knowledge, a few things that you must remember, a few things you must inculcate, a few things you must imbibe and live by, and hence the tradition of these talks and speeches. We all make choices, and that defines our future. All of you have made a choice to choose this program in computer science, as Dr. Shamik alluded. Obviously with a reason that you have chosen for yourself, and that's what the choice is all about. Today's choices design our future, and hence today is to be considered by all of you, and we are joining you in this beginning of a new chapter in your lives. As you enter the School of Computer Science at ILM University, you're not embarking on just the pursuit of a degree program. Fine, you will also get a degree at the end of it. But I would say, and I've been saying this in almost all the previous 3 weeks, we had induction program for 3 different programs. I've been insisting that you should look at this as your entry into world of discovering yourself, and then transforming yourself, and then attempting to transform almost every aspect of your life and the human life. That's the extension of your work. Computer science today, as Professor Shamik again said in his remarks here, is much more than programming and algorithms. Today we talk about manifestation of this computer science in terms of artificial intelligence. Though our authentic intelligence is waning, artificial intelligence is shining. Data, cybersecurity, cloud computing, robotics, and a lot of emerging tech stack which is running the digital era and reshaping businesses and societies and even the way we think. In fact, with advent of AI for basic things, we have even stopped thinking. The art of writing patiently has gone. We put a prompt and AI gives you a nice email or a nice draft or a nice chapter, a nice speech and so on. But let me offer you an important point here, the thought. The technology part that you're going to learn here will give you power. And Spider-Man says with power comes great responsibility. How many have watched the new edition of Spider-Man? Raise your hands. Oh, be confident. It's not a bad idea to watch Spider-Man. Okay. So, technology will give you power, but how you use the power will define your purpose. At IILM, we want you to become more than technically competent graduate, but we want you to become problem solvers, innovators, entrepreneurs, and responsible tech leaders. Our endeavor is to give you an ecosystem where you can learn beyond your classrooms, whether it is project work, whether it is immersion programs, whether it is experiential learning, whether it is experience sharing, learning by shadowing, and so on and so forth, and also look into the idea of interdisciplinary learning. On this campus, you will find students from several disciplines, several programs being offered, and you will be given choice to dabble into some of these courses every year. You can walk into a class of psychology or try a summer course in design or pursue a program, a micro-credential in management. The doors are open. The ecosystem provides you that. Dr. Shamik talked about Charaiveti. I also want to draw one word, which is also, it's called Vidya. She started the day by quoting the mission or the leading thought of IILM, that is Sa Vidyaya Vimuktaye. I want to share with you, and rather I want you to note down, while it says Sa Vidyaya Vimuktaye, I want you to note Artha Karishcheya Vidya. Knowledge that creates wealth is the true knowledge. Knowledge that helps you create meaning, arth, is the true knowledge. Knowledge which helps you promote welfare is the true knowledge. Arth ke kai arth hai. So I say, Artha Karishcheya Vidya. Try to see that what you learn, you also learn to implement, apply. So knowledge dissemination, knowledge application, and knowledge creation. We will encourage you to be part of co-creating the knowledge base, whether it is part of being a research project or a research paper or a case study. So over the next few years, I encourage you to develop 3 habits. As Professor Shamik suggested, stay curious, keep experimenting, don't be under your comfort zone, and never stop learning. Alvin Toffler, how many of you have heard the name Alvin Toffler? He has written a famous trilogy, and he was the first person for whom the term futurologist was created. Futurologist is somebody who studies the future, and this was almost 5 decades ago. So Alvin Toffler did suggest a few decades ago that the illiterates of the future will not be those who don't know how to read and write. The illiterates of the future would be those who can't unlearn and relearn. So the cycle of learn, unlearn and relearn is a lifelong cycle. What you learn today, few years from now, may become redundant with the changing context. Are you capable of, have you built the flexibility and capability of unlearning what you have learned or what is hardwired here and relearn what is required in the given context? So remember this, what makes you more unique or what differentiates you from the crowd is your capability of being flexible, a capability of unlearning and relearning. The technology you may learn today may change tomorrow. Your ability to learn, unlearn and relearn will therefore be your greatest differentiator or greatest advantage. And finally, don't be afraid to dream big. Again, our Honorable Prime Minister in every talk of his says, "Main chota nahi sochta." If I think about statue, world's biggest statue. If I think about bridge, it should be the longest and toughest bridge on the highest peak of the country. So sapne chote mat dekho, sapne bade dekho. Have courage to dream big. Some of you may become outstanding engineers, some of you may become great entrepreneurs, some may become ardent researchers, and some may create technologies that we cannot even imagine today. The next breakthroughs can come from the seats on this side. नया गूगल बन सकता है, नया फेसबुक बन सकता है, नया ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म, ऐसी टेक्नोलॉजी आप निकाल के लेके आ सकते हैं जो वर्ल्ड डिफाइन करेगा. So dream big and work towards it. Let me welcome all of you to ILM. Welcome to School of Computer Science and welcome to the beginning of your journey towards creating the future. I wish each one of you a very fulfilling and successful journey ahead. Thank you once again. Thank you, Shamik ji, for making me part of this. And a very warm welcome. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and insightful address. Your words have not only motivated students, but have also encouraged them to embrace opportunity with confidence, pursue excellence with determination, and make meaningful contribution to society. We are truly grateful for your guidance and encouragement. We are equally honored to welcome Mr. Prateek Mohapatra, sir, who has been in forefront of strengthening India's startup and innovation ecosystem.
Mr. Mohapatra serves as the Joint Director, Startups and Innovation, STPI Headquarters, through STPI Centers of Entrepreneurship. He has been actively working to empower startups by connecting them with mentorship, funding opportunities, and industry support. He has collaborated with various state governments and flagship initiatives such as the India AI Mission, playing a key role in fostering innovation and entrepreneurship across the country.
His commitment to building a vibrant startup ecosystem continues to inspire young innovators and aspiring entrepreneurs. Ladies and gentlemen, please join in extending a warm welcome to Mr. Prateek Mohapatra, sir. Sir, may I request to kindly address the gathering.
First of all, a very warm welcome to the batch of 2026 School of Computer Science. And thank you very much to ILM for extending this warm invite to STPI. So I don't see myself as a guest of honor here or something, but I actually see myself representing STPI at one of our fantastic forums that we have been given an opportunity to. We are still actually expecting our chief guest, Mr. Rakesh Dubey. He's stuck in traffic, so apologies for that. Actually, all of us were delayed because of that. So, you actually have been, the welcome has already been very warm, and you have been here, and the speaker right before me hit the nail right where it mattered, and he asked you to learn and unlearn, right? So I am here to just tell you, I should not actually touch upon how well academically you will be doing or what would be your next academic target. That is not something that I'm here to talk about. I'm here to give you the sense of what the next 4 years would entail and how the landscape is shifting. The landscape is shifting so much and so quickly that something that was not a norm probably 12 months back is right now sitting at the, you have probably bookmarked it as your favorite tab. Probably you did not know about it. I'm talking about the chat GPTs, I'm talking about Claude, I'm talking about Gemini, and how they have come to the forefront. And what that tells us, basically, it tells us that how things are going to change, how things are going to change for the good, and how probably what we have learned now, or probably through your curriculum in the next 4 years, a job might not exist for you after that, right? But I'm not here to give you the chills, but that's how the landscape is, that's how technology has been. Probably I did my engineering in and passed out in 2009. Right now, if I tell you that whether there is any relevance of what I learned, the answer is a short and crisp no. But what academics or a college or an institution does to you is that it gives you the ability to unlearn, which was just rightly said. And it gives you the fortitude to understand and accumulate the courage to go into the path of something that has been less traversed. So I come from an ecosystem where probably I earn my bread and butter by talking to startups day in and day out, supporting them, nurturing them, promoting them. And all of them, 95% of them are just passed out of engineering. I mean, probably your situation just after the next 4 years. And what we see there is the hunger to build something new, the hunger to establish something which is not heard of, establish the next Google, next Amazon. At least we attempt to, right? And that is more important. And then we are faced with a unique challenge, a unique proposition that we need to have an ecosystem that promotes entrepreneurship for students, that gives them the leverage to compete against the best and the best of the best. And unfortunately, what we see is that several students who come in, they lack the basic understanding of how to establish a business, because you might be having the technological know-how, but you might not be having the strategic aspect of how to run a business, right? These 4 years, if probably in each subject you would be reading several other, I'm sure there are some humanitic subjects would also be part of your curriculum. They seem to be, a waste of time in the beginning. But now where I stand, I realize that how important and how visionary those people were who introduced these subjects as an introduction in engineering. Because that tells you and that gives you the roadmap of what you're trying to build in the next 4 years. Because this would be a journey wherein an idea would spark, there would be an ignition, and that ignition will propel your idea further, wherein organizations like STPI are waiting at the other end of the corner to help you establish and realize your startup journey, in case you want to do a startup. In case you don't want to do a startup, that's also fine. But the ability, because it has already been emphasized so well that I don't have to use any other word, the ability to unlearn and relearn is exactly the motto of the next 4 years. But the foundational aspects, the foundational curriculum which you have been given at this point of time, that curriculum will ensure that your basics are correct, you know how to code. AI does the code for me. It does not mean that I would not know how to code. Unless and until you know the basics, AI would be the bane for you. AI can be the boon for you only if you understand the various aspects of machine learning, understand the various aspects of neural network, and you understand it from the foundational model, and not just from the point of, just putting a prompt. And it's very fancy to call it prompt engineering right now, to learning to how to just write a prompt. And probably that prompt is going to generate a code for you, excuse me, which you will have no control on. In order to have that control over the code that you're writing, and then it's probably going to dictate the lives of others, that probably either from a startup point of view or from a company's point of view, you build and you send it to production and it runs and many would depend on it. The most important aspect would be to ensure that you are in charge of that code. As computer engineers, it's important that you understand the foundation, and that foundation is exactly what it is in your curriculum. You would say, "Arey yaar, aajkal C, C has Java, aur ye sab kaun karta hai?" Nobody does it, right? But when you actually go down to the Fortune 500 companies and you see the Samsungs of the world, you other big companies of the world who are operating, they're still using the major modules are still written in the basic C and C hash. And you need to, we need to applaud them that how seamlessly they integrate it into today's world to see where we are today. And all of us, we have cell phones and smartphones, right? And all of us, we see technological integration coming in and coming in hard and hitting us where the reality actually is hiding itself. So, I would not take much of your time, but what I would again like to emphasize on, that please go back to the old guard and read your textbooks. That's very important. And the person who is fundamentally superior can change, unlearn, do anything or whatever they want to. The only person who would be stuck is somebody who is reliant on a technology to ensure that my 4 years are reliant on AI, my 4 years are reliant on Claude, Gemini, or any other tool for me to find and pave the next wave. But that's not what it is. Your fundamentals as a computer engineer have to be solid. Your data structures, the Java, the C hash, from where it all started, the modular aspect. Your learning has to be modular, and that's what it is important. Because right now when I see and meet startups, the startups which are actually doing well, they are technologically really superior. The startups which are not able to do well because they have a very lackluster understanding of the technology, they never really paid attention. They probably got a code or a snippet which probably worked for them to generate revenue in their local quarters. Local kirana store, that reminds me, and I'll give you an anecdote. I don't want to name the company, you can immediately Google it, but it is a company established in Mohali. They came to us to establish a startup, and they did very well also initially, because in Mohali, that sort of ecosystem was there, that sort of ecosystem was built, wherein the Zeptos and the Swiggis did not make the initial headways. And he initiated that local kirana concept, which was there. He came to Startup Mahakumbh, which was organized by DPIIT, and there the Zepto founder and the Blinkit founders were also there. And they heard him. In next 1 week, Zepto and Blinkit established their full operations in Mohali. Now after that, what happened? Now that startup went into oblivion because there was no exit route, there was no proper understanding of the subject, there was no proper understanding of the market, how the market behaved, and that caused immense erosion in the wealth and the clientele that he had accumulated. Of course, nobody would want to go to a startup when you are already there with an established player that is ruling the roost in the rest of the country. And then you actually realize and go to the fundamental that is somewhere the education comes in and the foundational and the modular learning comes in. So if your basics are correct, if your understanding is correct, and probably you do not do well in your entrepreneurial journey, at least you have room to go back to a job that you always wanted to do. And owing to a peer pressure, owing to other things, you probably succumbed and went on to that startup route. But you don't need to. If your understanding is great, if your understanding is superior, then what you can do is, you can of course carve a niche for yourself and see what best fits you in that way. And with that, I would like to close my remark, and I would like to wish you guys all the best of learning for the next 4 years, and hope to see you on the other side, right? Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful address. Your words have inspired students to think beyond the classroom, embrace innovation, and explore the limitless opportunities that entrepreneurship has to offer. We now have the privilege of inviting Mr. Lalit Kumar, sir, Registrar, IIM University. Sorry? Okay. Colonel, sorry, my bad. We now have the privilege of inviting Colonel Kumar, sir, Registrar, IIM University, to address the gathering. Sir, please take the stage.
Thank
Good morning to the students. Good morning to the students. I'm Colonel Dr. Umashankar. Yes, the way you are starting your journey, I'm also starting my journey today only in this institute. So the change, what they could spell it out is because it's not their fault, okay? So let's start in this way. Firstly, Mr. Mahapatra, thank you very much for that kind words and the very well articulated how entrepreneurship has to be. And I just wanted to know how many of you actually want to pursue the entrepreneurship and don't want to be an employee. Just can you all raise a hand? Whoever wants to. Only 1, 2, that's it. Everyone wants to get a job. 3, 1 lady, 1 girl student, very good. 4, that's it. Others? Okay, how many wants to go abroad? Good. Lot of hands. Anyway, for anything and everything, I, being from an armed forces background, I will only say one thing, that whatever you want to pursue, the only one thing which leads you to success is the discipline. Okay? If you don't have the discipline, you will waver in your way. You may have an initial success like what Duryodhana had in Mahabharata, but finally, who ultimately became victorious. Same way in the entrepreneurship also, what sir has said is very, very valuable words he has put in. If somebody wants to pursue entrepreneurship, I remember when I was in my IIT Madras, that time, Roni Skrulwala, he was telling about this. If you want to pursue entrepreneurship, you have to say that you are entering into a Chakravyuha with only one exit. One door entry. And you have to have one exit only. You cannot have multiple exits. If you think that, then we will waver. The Abhimanyu always wanted a fallback. That I will enter and there will be support from the wicket. But Arjuna never wanted in that way. Chakravyuha, only the person who can break in Kurukshetra was only Arjuna. So be like a Arjuna, not like a Abhimanyu. That's what I just wanted to say. With this, I come to my registrar speech now. Okay? The only 4 points as a registrar which I wanted to tell. The very first thing is, you are starting your journey today, academic journey. Congratulations and wishing you all the best. But as you start, the first thing which you have to ensure that is your documentation is perfect. There will be many gaps in your documentation. Please be very sure. And there is a DigiCampus software in which your software, everything will be, all your credentials of you are eligible to join this particular BTech program is very essential. Kindly ensure that. Wherever there is a doubt, you can knock the door of a registrar office, any faculty. Please, in next 3-4 days, get it ensured. After that, once that window closes, unnecessarily you will be in hassles. Your attendance in classes will not be recognized. You will not be recognized as a student, and there will be problems which will come at later stage when you have to appear for the exam because you will be fall out the attendance. This attendance is not counted unless your admission is proper. For that, only two things. The first thing is your documentation, which I have mentioned. The second thing, you have to pay certain fee, the registration fee and the final installment fee of the first semester. Unless these are fully paid, you are not given a student registration number. As such, any attendance coming before that will also not be counted towards your attendance, and you will be falling short of your attendance when you finally come for examination. As per the institute rule, I think it is the 75% is the minimum attendance, otherwise your admit card will not be generated. That time, instead of concentrating on your examination, you will be running around how I can regularize it. It may regularize, it may not get regularized, and you will be losing semester, or you will go into a backlog. Please ensure that every student who is sitting here, no backlogs. Take that your own criteria. There should not be any backlogs, because what is the only job you have? Only to study. The next point which I wanted to convey as a registrar is again that same thing which I told at the start of my today's speech also, that discipline. Please maintain decorum, discipline, both the things, and uphold the values of this institute. The reason why I am emphasizing is, unless you are disciplined, you won't be able to learn. Tomorrow you will be unnecessarily landing in a problem. Enjoy your student life. I'm not saying that you have to be like a saint and a yogi or anything like that. No, student life is very precious and it will not come back. Please do enjoy, but for everything there is a framework. That framework you have to understand. The boundaries, limits you have to understand. Your parents with their hard-earned money have sent you here with a purpose. That purpose is learn and get a good degree, and based on that you make a criteria for yourself that I will be a good student of this institute, I will be a good son or daughter of my parents, and I will be a good citizen of this country. Only these three things are required from you. Once you say that, yes, I can be, is it very difficult thing? Can't you be a good son or daughter of your parents? Can't you be a good student of this institute? Can't you be a good citizen of this country? So, my sincere request to you all, kindly hold this and maintain decorum in the class. Sometimes you may not be interested in the subject, but please listen. The faculty which they have immense experience. It will be useful somewhere, some way. Nothing will be a waste. So these are the 4 points which I wanted to tell, that is discipline, decorum, fee, and documentation. 3 Ds I said and 1 F. Okay, so kindly ensure these things and enjoy your student life. Go pass out from this institute with flying colors, with good, happy, satisfied life. That's what I wanted to convey it. Thank you very much. And now we have a pledge of this institute, which I will be administrating to you all. I would request all the students to kindly raise and speak with me. Take the pledge. I would request all the students to kindly raise, please. You are ready? Okay. Say with me. Today, I, your name, begin a new journey. I pledge to learn with curiosity, to think with courage, and to act with integrity. I will pursue excellence not only in what I achieve, but in how I achieve it. I will respect every individual embrace diversity, and learn from every experience. I will use knowledge responsibly, technology wisely, and leadership selflessly. I will create value for my organization, for my community, and for society. I will lead with humility, serve with compassion, and uphold the values of IILM University. From this day forward, I commit myself to becoming not just a successful professional, but a responsible leader who makes a positive difference in the world. This is my promise. Promise to yourself. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable address. We now have the privilege of welcoming our esteemed chief guest, Shri Rakesh Dubey, sir, whose work has played a significant role in strengthening India's innovation and startup ecosystem. Shri Rakesh Dubey serves as the Director, STPI, and Chief Innovation Officer, STPI Next, with over 25 years of experience in both the corporate sector and the Government of India. He has worked with renowned organizations such as Tata Consultancy Services, Infosys, and Accenture across India, the USA, and the UK. At STTPI and STPI Next, he has been instrumental in promoting innovation, entrepreneurship, and startup incubation across the country, supporting thousands of startups and building one of India's largest ecosystems.
His dedication to nurturing young innovators and fostering entrepreneurship continues to inspire aspiring professionals and future leaders. Ladies and gentlemen, please give him a round of applause. And sir, may I request you to please address the gathering.
Good afternoon to the students. How are you today? No energy. Are you happy starting your career with IILM or not? So how are you today? So first of all, I apologize for this long delay. Incidentally, we know the situation outside, and what was supposed to begin, I was supposed to be here at 10:30, but it is 12. Usually I make it a point to reach the venue at a time. My sincere apology for whatever be the reason for being more than an hour late, which is the first time it is happening with me. Never mind. I thank you, the VC, Dean Computer Science Mr. Tiwari, Professor Saurav, Registrar Mr. Umashankar, for your kind words here. And I take it as a privilege to address the opening day of your college today. Usually I don't have written points, but this time I made it a point that I have something in my hand, because I want to share some important things for you to think about after this event today. I congratulate the student today on securing admission to the School of Computer Science here. And the first day of your 4-year journey begins today. You must make sure that the next 4 years of your life decisively decide whatever you want to do for the rest of your life. The organizers here have already chosen a very beautiful name for this event, Disha, which is direction. Direction almost always is more important than the speed. If you go in the wrong direction, you will reach the wrong destination faster. So take a moment and think about your direction over the next 4 years. I'll show you in the next 15 minutes of my speech here what government is doing to change the direction of India as a whole and how academic institutions are already playing a significant role and what more they can do. Today, India has already changed a lot. I am an engineer of the Y2K era. Just at the cusp of the 21st century, I did my engineering. And I may not be wrong in saying that India has moved from a country of scarcity to abundance today, or at least well on its way into that transformation. This is the India of the decade, a decade of technology. India today, with almost 100 crore internet users, the cheapest internet data. For those of you who don't know, digital public infrastructure with the JAM Trinity, Jan Dhan, Aadhaar and mobile, is something even the developed countries are today taking a look at. We all know that the amount of transactions that UPI does today is not just humongous, it is unimaginable in many ways. When you graduate in the year 2030, India is almost certainly going to be the third largest economy of the world. Today, India, UK and Japan, we are neck to neck in being the fourth, but in the next 4 years, India is very comfortably going to be third, almost certainly. Just as a side note, I want to tell everyone that had the dollar-rupee conversion, when I graduated, I was in the US in the year 2000, the dollar-rupee conversion rate used to be 45.50. Today we are, I think, 90 plus somewhere. If that rate was somehow reined in and the dollar-rupee conversion would have been where it was when I graduated, which is 45 to 50, India would already have been the third largest economy today. We are the fourth largest with this dollar rate tumbling to half its value. Of course, the exchange rate depends on many, many factors. Not everything is in the control of one country or one government. But just to give you a perspective, we would have already been the third largest if the conversion rate was hovering between 45 to 50 as it was when I graduated in the year 1999. So by the time you graduate, you are not preparing yourself for the job market, you are preparing for the third largest economy of 2030. Think from that perspective. Like I said, when I started my career in the year 1999, the primary aspiration was to have a good job, which incidentally I had also. I remember when I was graduating, every computer engineer almost used to go to US immediately the next year, and that's what happened with me. I graduated, I went to US without any particular effort. No perusal with the college, nothing, or the company. I got selected in the campus, and like everybody was going to the US, I also went to the US. But of course, it was a very good thing to learn, know about US, why US is what it is, why talented people thrive in US. It was a very good experience for me. I spent 4 years there during my initial stage of the career. And today, when I am in the government, that experience is 101% I am able to apply to the benefit of the startup innovation technology industry of India. Just to share some numbers with you how things have changed over the last 10, 15 years. In the year 2014, India had only 350 registered startups. Today we are 2 lakh plus. These are DP IIT registered startups.
many of you may not know, DPIIT is the nodal organization of Government of India which gives a recognition to startups. You are officially a startup if DPIIT recognizes you as a startup, which has some basic criteria to fulfill. So from 350 to 2 lakh, a humongous change. We are the third largest startup ecosystem in the world after US and China. We have already created more than 120 unicorn. Can you name few unicorns of recent times? Anyone? Loud. Anyone? What is a unicorn? Anyone? So unicorn is a $1 billion valuation company. And in the recent times, over the last 4 or 5 years, if you see, we have seen the Paytms, the Zomato, Swiggy, recently Ola Electric, all these companies who have gone public, they are all unicorns, and there are many more which are not yet listed but are unicorns already. So 120 unicorns as on date. Startups are creating 23 lakh direct jobs. When I graduated, the job creators were Infosys and TCS and Wipros and Cognizants. Today, startups are creating jobs, and 23 lakhs jobs by startups is a big number. And you are sitting in Gurgaon. Zomato probably is just a few kilometers somewhere here. You are in the right place at the right time, if I may say. In the next 4 years, what you do is not just going to define your life, you can define the destiny of the country or the society or the state also. So why these changes in India have happened only in the last 10-15 years and not before? The reasons are many. There are government policy measures in place. Government is becoming more and more proactive rather than, having a policy document in place. They are also making sure that some part of it actually gets executed on the ground. So there is a big difference in that implementation level. For example, government created the Startup India in 2016, which officially defined what is a startup. They also gave tax benefits to startups for 3 years. They also made many things self-certified. For example, when you incorporate a company, there are many compliances that you have to do. Those compliances themselves are time and effort consuming. When you are a startup, many of those compliances for initial few years are purely self-certification. Be it environmental clearance, labor laws, etc. Many of them, if you are a registered startup with DPIIT, all those clearances are purely self-certification based. You don't have to go to different ministries to submit the documents and get that certification. Your self-certification suffices, and then as you grow in your journey and become a bigger player, the mandatory compliances and audits and checks by different government organizations kick in. So it is a big, I can say, step to make the journey of a startup easy in terms of the compliances that a company mandatorily has to fulfill. There have been many funding schemes for startups. We have the SISFS DPIIT startup scheme, and I think a new version of that, another fund is coming from DPIIT itself. So startup funding support in the form of grant or even investment. Government has created a huge corpus of funds to be deployed into startups. Initially, a startup is given a grant money, which may not be small, probably 1 lakh to 5 lakh. And once the startup grows a little further, government schemes, many of them give, including my own, STPI's own Center of Entrepreneurships, we give investment of as much as 25 lakhs through my COE to my startups. And if you talk of SISFS and many other government schemes, they have their own quantum of fund. For example, 20 lakh rupees as grant and 50 lakh as convertible debt is provided by DPIIT. Atal Innovation Mission, for those who may have heard, has taken tinkering to tier 2 colleges. Even I have seen many videos in TV today that even schools in rural, absolutely rural India, they are also doing some tinkering, by getting support from what are Atal Tinkering Labs or ATLs. The entire Atal Innovation Mission operates under the umbrella of Niti Aayog, and it has created, I think, 100 plus, more than 100 Atal Incubation Centers or AICs, and probably more than 500 Atal Tinkering Labs across the country. I already mentioned DPI and the Jan Dhan Aadhaar mobile triad. With that stack in place, the whole actually Western world is also looking at India, that such a unique thing which India has done, which acts as a foundation layer for many innovative fintech things that a startup can do. The India stack, the Jan Dhan Jam Trinity stack, we even have, as far as my knowledge goes, a health stack as well as an agriculture stack. A startup in any particular domain can use any of these ready-made stacks and do its work on top of that stack. The stack provides the startup with all the fundamentals of that particular technology or domain, which is otherwise the startup would have either took a lot of time to create or probably invested crores from its own pockets before it got access to all of that. So for your knowledge, any of you who wants to take a startup journey today, there are many things in terms of infrastructure which are also available to you other than funding or even plug and play incubation spaces. It is a good concrete measure by the government to promote startups. STPI traditionally has been a IT promotion organization. If I may say, how the Indian IT industry has grown over the last 3 decades. We all know India is called the global IT outsourcing hub or even the IT superpower. All that, I may not be exaggerating if I say that has happened largely because of the organization called Software Technology Parks of India. The organization was created in 1991 with one objective, that promote IT exports from India. The government did give incentive for export promotion, and STPI was the nodal agency for that recognition and that incentivization. And because of those measures, companies like Infosys, TCS, Mindtree, when they started their journey, or at least when they started their upward trajectory, that journey has started with STPI. Today, those companies have become so big themselves that they don't need support, at least the financial part anymore. But STPI continues to support the IT industry in the remaining other ways. And then in recent times, when the entire world was shifting towards startups, of course, STPI also thought that the traditional IT promotion we have done quite a lot. What to do now? So we also pivoted ourselves to promotion of startups, emerging technologies, innovation, academia, collaboration, etc. And today we operate 24 centers of entrepreneurship, or COEs we call them. They are spread across India. Each of them is focused on a particular technology/domain. Each of them provides support to startup of that particular technology or domain in the form of some lab or infrastructure specific to that technology or domain, mentoring or academic connect for that technology or domain, and the other usual support of a co-working space or even funding, such that the startup, once it comes to my COE, it does not have to look elsewhere for anything that it needs. All of these services are provided to the startup at either a nominal equity or at nominal charges. So most of these activities are promotional. We have certain startups who are planning to get listed in near future. A startup typically, before it gives you any return in financial terms, takes 5 to 10 years. STPI has already completed 5 years into that journey, and over the next 5 years, whatever we have invested into the startup, not just in terms of investment, but in terms of our soft support, promotional measures, we are going to get those returns over the next 5 years in a good way is the expectation. STPI has also implemented what we called as the next generation incubation scheme. This scheme focused on tier 2 locations only. It operated from 12 tier 2 locations of India. It's one of the main incentive was 25 lakh funding to a startup. Built into from the project, and then a matching investment from external investors also. So a startup who is getting benefited from NGIS gets 25 from NGIS and at least another 25 from external investor, and that at least, by at least I mean the external investment has no limit to it. So we have startups who have cumulatively got funding support of more than 50 crore from external investors as part of NGIS promotional measures. So any of you, and I hope there are at least some of you, who wants to make his career into startups, entrepreneurship, not just want to have a job for himself, but create job for others. That guy or that girl should approach STPI, look at our STPI website, look at the keyword Center of Entrepreneurship and Next Generation Incubation Scheme. We also have a portal called Sayuj. For those who may need, the spelling is SAYUJ. This portal acts as a single window shop for all the startup activities of STPI. Through this portal, all my COEs launch their contest. This portal also tries to host various startup-related policies of various state governments as well as central government of India. It also lists various events that are happening across India, which are startup-related. It also acts like a mini LinkedIn for the startup community. A startup can post messages, a mentor can post messages, they can connect with each other and interact with each other at their individual personal level also. So if you want to know about STPI startup ecosystem, you can go to stpi.in, look up the keyword COEs or NGIS. You can go to sayuj.net and look at all the contests that STPI is hosting or even other incubators are hosting. Look at the various policies of government, of various state as well as central government, events happening across the world, and then just explore. You will know what all STPI is doing. STPI cumulatively today is supporting 1,800 startups within its ecosystem, and we are launching more COEs and more such schemes in the coming future. We are also collaborated with the India AI mission, for those of you who may have heard about it, that India AI mission should give GPU access, subsidized GPU access to all the startups of STPI. So that is also one good measure that we are talking with India, and it should materialize in next month, I think. AI is the keyword we all know. What is happening with AI. I remember when I graduated, there was a discussion that whether computers are going to take away the jobs. Today the same discussion has changed to whether AI is going to take away the jobs. My personal view is that it will not. It will only take the job to a different trajectory. For example, computers came in, typewriters went out, and people thought, no, jobs are not gone. There are many printers. The thing has started happening in a better way. So those who adapt to the changing times, they are very much happy. In fact, they are getting a better job and a better pay rather than saying that they have lost job. Same is going to happen with AI, is my gut feeling. AI is going to take away the jobs of people who are refusing to adapt. Otherwise, it is going to give you a better work and a better pay. You just need to be aware of AI, not remain detached from it that this is not for me. Because anyone who thought 20 years ago that computers are not for me, today he may be considered an outdated person. Because it has become such a part and parcel of our daily life that today no one can say ki I don't know what a computer is. Even in rural areas, if you go, the mobile or a tab is nothing but a small computer. So no one can say that I am not aware of tech. If you are not aware of tech, you are probably living in a different era. Something very similar is going to happen with AI over the next 5-10 years. You must be AI aware, and AI will do its work. Polish your skills, take it to a different level, you will get a better paying job and a better work through AI. So you have to be aware, and like any change, significant change comes, it will have its up and down before things settle. So AI is witnessing that up and down, and the moment it settles, we'll come to know that many things are now happening more productively. People are getting better jobs at a better pay and able to do the same task in a different, more productive way. That is what AI is going to do, is what I feel. So please choose your direction wisely, and when the next chief guest stands here 20 years down the line, he should have a story to tell about you, that, you know, the student who graduated in 2030, 15 years down the line, he should be able to remember that one of those students created such and such revolutionary product or service, which either becoming a unicorn is an incidental, it is not the only metric, but it became successful, it impacted the society, it took the country's image from, if I may say, from becoming a services destination to a product destination. So with that, I end my address, and all the best to you. Look forward to your 4 years of journey, and make sure that you do not spend your 4 years only for securing a job for yourself, but doing something for the society, the country, and the larger good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and insightful address. We would now like to call Shamik sir and Ravi sir for the facilitation ceremony. Sir, please come on stage. And we would also like to invite our chief guest and guest of honor, Shri Rakesh Dubey sir.
One by one.
Okay. We would now like to invite Shri Rakesh Dubey sir on stage.
Huge round of applause.
Please give him a huge round of applause. Come on. We would now like to call Prateek sir to please come on stage. Please give him a huge round of applause. I would now like to call all the faculty members to please come on stage for a group photograph. And our chief guests and guests of honor. Registrar sir as well to please join us on stage. Can we give them a huge round of applause?
Thank you so much, sir and ma'am. As proud citizens of our nation, let us all stand together to sing the national anthem. May I request everyone to kindly stand up for our national anthem.
Also, we'd like to make an announcement. There's a talent hunt happening on 13th of August, and the posters are here on the auditorium. So all of you can register for that. Now we'd like to invite the team behind everything. ILM branded website, brochures, campaigns, posters, and our Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Snapchat. This is our brand communications team led by Sanya with Rameshwar and Manpreet as co-leads. On campus, you'll spot Ipshita on social, Rajan and Gaurav on photo, video, and Simran and Ashok on design. From your ID card to the convocation stage. Want to be campus famous? Show up, get spotted, and get featured. Friends, screenshot it. So, just pitch your ideas, join a shoot, and the doors open to everyone. We are also growing creator collabs, and we have a page, a passion, and a voice worth sharing. Come find us. If you make reels or are interested to share and tag on our page, please do that. We will reshare. Also follow ILM Gurugram Official on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat, and ILM University Gurugram on LinkedIn.
Congratulations once again to all the students on officially becoming a part of ILM family. We have now reached what is perhaps everyone's favorite session of the day. No, it's not attendance, it's lunch.
But before you head out, remember that the experience doesn't end at the dining area. We have some exciting activities planned just for you. So don't forget to visit our AR/VR experience zone and capture your first memories at the selfie booth, interact with your classmates, and begin creating friendships that could last a lifetime or a week, you never know.
We request everyone to kindly reassemble in this auditorium by 2:15 p.m. so that we can continue with the afternoon session, which is going to be super exciting. So many wonderful performances, etc. Enjoy your lunch, explore the activity zones, and we'll see you shortly. Thank you.
Thank you.